Hi, welcome back. It is, I think, episode 11. It is Wednesday. I told you guys a while back that you had seen every variation of my coif, basically down and up. But I forgot about one integral day that happens once, maybe twice a year. I get my hair done. And then my girl Hannah makes me look like a lady. It's a very strange thing. The monster that is me turns into this, and it lasts. Uh, until I wash my hair. So maybe a day, maybe 2 days. I don't know. But so yeah, so I did this today and I got a massage. See, I got cupping done. It's all over my back. And I had the day off, or I gave myself the day off. I only had one house and it was my ex-husband's. And I got a migraine yesterday and I wasn't sure it would be gone. So I just gave myself the day to get rid of a migraine because if you've had them, then you know that they are the most awful. Do you guys enjoy the fact that every episode I end up doing all sorts of stuff with this stupid hair? Migraines are the worst. So I just want to make sure I actually got rid of it today. So I am going to see a movie tonight. It's the movie Sinners. It's got Michael B. Jordan. And one, that man is delicious. And two, uh, vampires. And basically it's in the 19, I think, 40s maybe. So we've still got some like black white strife. I mean, always, but you know what I mean. And I'm about it. I am just about some black guys taking down some racist vampires. I'm here for it. So I'm super excited to see the movie. And that is my Wednesday. I decided to record this today because people are stupid. And I have just been thinking about that a lot and how I don't want to play nice. Yeah. I've had people sending me videos about immigration and claiming people are criminals and how Democrats just want these people to stay in the country. And one, I'm not a fucking Democrat. So stop that. Yes, I lean to the left because human rights matter. No, I don't agree with everything they do. Yes, I like money. Thank you, Republicans. Or I used to be Republicans. Now I don't know what you are. But it's crazy to me that people say that. I don't want criminals in this country. I don't actually want a lot of the American ones. If you like to rape and beat and murder women and children, I would actually enjoy it if you weren't here. But uh, prove it. Just prove it. Just prove it before you make them leave. Just prove it. And then, if they're not criminals and you make them leave, maybe don't put them in a prison. Maybe. Maybe. And this guy that I'm friends with, he said how he loved that the Democrats were going to hold the narrative of what we're talking about for the next 18 months. Well, every day the narrative changes. But like I said to him, man, multitasking is easy, and I can be very aware of what is happening in this economy and know that we shouldn't be deporting people without due process because those pesky amendments I've mentioned to you before. The Second Amendment isn't the only one that matters. Just so we're clear, Captain Shoot 'em up. Um, But yeah, so I've been getting I get videos every now and again, and it just you're not going to change my opinion on due process or the Constitution because that's where it really lies. Get out the criminals, fine, but if they're not criminals, don't send them to a prison for the rest of their lives, maybe. Because I mean, I got arrested, and again, I got to go to court. They didn't keep me in jail, and I'd hate to think that my mother, before she became a citizen, that they could have just yoked her up and shoved her in a prison because she's an immigrant. Uh, I mean, she's the right color immigrant, so we don't have as much to worry about. But I got tattoos, right? They might be cartoons, but I'm dangerous. You know, I forgot to show you guys one tattoo. I got this one. It's watercolor. It's my boy Satola from high school. He had a big crush on me in middle school. He left roses in my mailbox when I was in seventh grade. It bothered me. Eighth grade. But as an adult, it was very sweet. So it's his handwriting. It says, "I'm the white knight of my own fairy tale. No one's gonna save you. Get off your ass and save yourself." Uh, which is 100% how I feel about recovery. I don't know how much I talked about this, but when my little Scott was dying, I found AA real hard to go to. I still find it hard, man. And NA. I just don't want to hear the mess, man. And people are so whiny. I went to the rehab on Monday and I just spoke to the girls, and I swear, man, I don't know if they get anything out of my shares, but they laugh. I'm a lot always, but I don't care about your dumb little problems. I just don't care because our problems tend to be dumb little problems, and we make them into these huge things, and then we expect other people to care about them. I don't. I don't care. I just don't care. I really don't. There are people who can tell me any problem they have, and I will lead with empathy and sympathy because they are my people. But outside of that, I probably don't care. And if you're doing the same thing over and over again, not only do not care, but now I really don't even have any kind of like, oh, now I really don't care because you're just stupid. You're just stupid. Uh, like there's a guy I know, and him and his fiance broke up, and they broke up because he relapsed. That's not why. He relapsed, and then he tried to get better, and then he relapsed, and then he tried to get better. And I don't know how long she put up with this for, because we used to be friends. We're not friends anymore. Uh, I mean, if she reached out, I would answer, but she's not going to. So, he's been stuck in a relapse now for like, I don't know, well over a year. And I was posting all this shit on Facebook about her cheating and shit, man. And it's all like she broke the relationship and all this. You unaccountable little baby man, shut the fuck up. It's you. You're the problem. You broke everything. You broke everything. All of it. It was your fault. You did it because you lied and you used and you took her fucking hostage in your addiction. That's your fault. You're a baby. There's this another guy I know, and he at one point he had a best friend, and they were sleeping together because she likes to use men for self esteem. Which I mean, duh, who doesn't? And he was in love, and she broke his heart, and then he used over it again after he got out of rehab, and then he used over it again after he got out of rehab. And he'll sit in meetings and he'll talk about her. I'm like, you are a bitch. Grow a pair. Stop it. Stop it. I don't want to hear your little baby fucking whining. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear people sitting in meetings talking about their sober houses. I don't care. I don't care. There are big problems. There are people fighting for their children back. There are people fighting for their children back who still shouldn't have their children, but there are people fighting to get their kids. You know, there are people who have they're taking care of somebody who's dying. I mean, there are real problems. But I don't want to hear your fucking mess. I don't want to hear it ever. And I don't want to sit there and placate you and play nice nice. I don't want to play nice nice, man. I watch people do stupid shit all the time. And it's not that I watch people do stupid shit because people are stupid. Idiocracy. I swear if you have not seen Idiocracy, every part of you makes me angry. Man, I love shoes, right? 20 pairs of Nikes, 5 pairs of Adidas shell toes, one more on the way. I got my 6. I quit. I quit at my next pair of Adidas shell toes. 4 pairs of New Balances, 1 pair of Reeboks. I don't actually like Reeboks, but they're Dallas Cowboys Reeboks, so I fuck with them, right? I love shoes. Do you know what there is? Not one pair of in my house. I've never owned a pair. I've only put them on my feet once. Crocs. They are the ugliest shoes. They are ugly. I don't care how comfortable they are. They're ugly. I don't care how good they are for your back when you are working on you. They're ugly. They're ugly, and it matters what your feet look like to me. I love me a shoe, right? Idiocracy. They're making this movie, and they were looking for the most ridiculous shoe because everybody in this movie is retarded. Because again, smart people don't have children. Smart people have excuses like school, money, jobs. But little dum dum down the street in the trailer, right? He's getting everybody in that trailer park pregnant. So everybody's stupid in fucking Idiocracy. I mean, Captain Dodo Birds, right? They found a startup with this shoe. Do you know what those shoes were? Those shoes were Crocs. I don't know where I was going. Oh, but so people are stupid, right? So Crocs. I won't ever wear them. They were used as a retarded shoes in fucking Idiocracy. I just need you guys to watch that movie. It is perfect. Dax Shepard, Terry Crews, Luke Wilson, Rita, fucking SNL, but she's hilarious, right? She was in Bridesmaids. She was the bride. So people are stupid. I expect stupid, man, but I don't like you placating the stupid. I was telling my friend today who did this. Again, 2 days. So, and it'll never happen again for a year. I do not do a blowout. I don't know how to do it. We don't curling iron. Nope. So, I was telling her, I hate how everybody runs around telling people they're pretty. So in order for there to be something, generally there's got to be an opposite, right? Like we have rich people. You know why? Because we have poor people. So you know that you are rich because you're not poor, right? So there's like a spectrum of wealth. Well, there's a spectrum of attractive too. And I don't know why it's not okay to just accept that people are ugly. I will say this. If you are ugly or really fat, have a good personality. Because if you're a big jerk and you are a big fatty, or if you're really ugly, I don't want to know you. I don't. I don't. And that it makes me a jerk to say these things out loud. It makes me honest. It makes me honest. Because you know people are ugly. You know it every day. Every day you know that people are ugly. Every day you know that people are really fat and they're probably eating themselves to death. Every single day. You know that people are unhealthy. You know that people complain about body pain that they're causing on themselves because they won't stop eating. You know all these things, but you won't say it. I'm going to say it. I don't walk around telling people they're pretty when they're fucking not, because that's stupid. Hold on. I just had lunch with a girl who did my hair. I had pad see ew. I don't know if you've ever had it. I had pork or I had shrimp pad see ew, and it's these big drunken noodles and this brown sauce with broccoli and eggs. And it's the best I've had in months. I'm very full, but that's why my nose is running, because I told you guys when I eat, my nose runs. And I don't have to worry about what I'm saying on here anymore because my family doesn't listen. I just say whatever because they're never going to listen. I don't know if I'm offended or not. My sister told me that my clothes are so small. She's bothered by the little clothes. She's bothered by the little clothes that the girls wear to high school and middle school because she's got two sons in high school and middle school. What that sounds like to me is that you're saying that the girls should wear bigger clothes. Your boys are distracted because they got hormones. It's not the girls' fault. And I said, I was like, not for nothing, but the fad right now, the clothes are small. That's just how it is. Now, I mean, they're not all small clothes on small girls. Some real big girls like to wear small clothes. Just wear the size that fits you. If you're a size 16, wear a size 16. Please don't be trying to squeeze into a size 10. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the fat on my body. I don't want to see it on yours. I do not like the pride parades. Not because I'm anti-pride. I actually think it's amazing. The inclusivity is awesome, and I've never seen a more joyous amount of people in my life than I have at Pride. However, there's a lot of real big people wearing real small clothes, and I don't want to see it. Because again, I don't want to see it on myself. Also, make someone feel oppressed and watch how they can't walk in a straight line, say excuse me, or get out of the way without it being a huge fucking thing. I'm here for the pride, but I'm not going to go to the parade. So my little sister doesn't like the small clothes, and I said how I wear small clothes. You will not find me in a big clothing ever. My shorts are short. I'll show you. Look, my shorts live pretty much in my vagina. I do not like sleeves. My armpits need to be free. I'm like in the Kelsey movie, the year they lost the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, when little Wyatt Kelsey was like, I need to do my singing. I need to dance. I need to armpit, man. I need to armpit. And so I said to her, I was like, the fads are small clothing. I was like, and you're never going to hear. I mean, I was like, I know that I wear small clothes. This bitch told me that I have been accused of being my nephew's girlfriend. Now, I know I look good. I'm not mad that I'm attractive. I actually think life was easier because I am attractive. You know why? Because people care that you look good or that you have a great personality. Some of us have both. Just kidding. But I gotta know that I look older than him. I don't look like a fucking teenager. Wearing short shorts doesn't make me look like a teenager. I think she said that just kind of to be a jerk. But stupid people things, right? So I talked about this chick on here before. She got pregnant by a dude who likes to hit her. And then she had the baby. And I know she loves her daughter. And I'm not saying that that daughter isn't going to add to the planet, hopefully, and that she doesn't deserve love. But she should have been an abortion. I'm glad she's here. I hope you understand what I'm saying here. If she had been smart, she wouldn't have had the baby because now she's got the guy who likes to hit her in her life forever, right? Well, he just got out of jail. And just like I said, they are back together. And he doesn't hit his daughter. At least I don't think he does. I don't think he hits the grown one. I don't see him hitting the baby. But if he continues to hit her, she's going to learn that it's okay to hit girls, and she'll probably date someone who hits her. And what bothers me is there's all these people out there who are like liking her posts and saying it's so beautiful and they're so happy for her. You're fucking idiots. He hits her. He hits her. And it's her choice to stay, but it's your choice to be a logical individual. It's your choice to be the person who isn't all like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. He fucking broke her eye socket on her birthday. Maybe don't applaud people when they're fucking stupid. Right? Maybe don't like the post with the person who's pushing 600 pounds where they're out having ice cream. You know why? Because they're 600 pounds and they're out having ice cream. We just have no fucking common sense. We gotta be so fucking nice and we gotta like everything and everything's gotta be happy and rainbows and puppies and sunshine and kittens. And it's not. It's just not. It's just not. Sometimes it's okay. It's okay, and we should be allowed to be out. See, this is where that woke left, right? They came in and they wanted everything to be inclusive and everybody to deserve things. We can't all, and some of us don't. That's all there is to it, right? And I am the white knight in my own fairy tale. I can't do everything that everybody else can. I cannot run. I've said this so many times. I run backwards. I cannot run. So I have to be smart when I run the bases to not get out because I am not fast. I got made fun of for running like I just seen a mouse, man. And I told the guy who said it to me, I was like, I may run like I just saw a mouse, but I ran like that right over home plate. So as long as I score, you shut the fuck up. You know? I'm just, I'm done with people being stupid. You cannot love someone smarter. You cannot love someone better. But god damn it, you can be honest. You can tell them the truth. I don't know. I don't know why we went from telling the truth to telling the nice, right? Because I don't know that nice always helps people. I do think you can lead with kindness. I do think there's a way to say things sometimes where you're not trying to hurt somebody's feelings. But I don't think that you should just say things just to be nice. I really don't. I don't. If you post something and I don't agree with it, I'm not going to comment. I'm probably not going to like it because I think it's stupid. I just do. Half the time I unfollow people. That dude last week who wouldn't stop hitting on me, I blocked him. He had my friend reach out to me to make an amends. No. 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 I'm not going to do it. Another thing that's been happening is because it's nice out, motorcycles are back, and so are, I don't know if muscle cars, right? But there's all these loud engines and they go past my house, and I got to tell you, I hate it. I hate it so much. It drives me nuts. It drives me absolutely nuts. I can't stand the sound of the loud engines, and it wakes the dogs up. I had to drug them yesterday. I got my lawn mowed and I drugged all three dogs because Charlie limps, because she's not having surgery, because she'll ruin it in a week. Not because I don't have the money, because I have credit cards as a grown up. Because again, don't have a GoFundMe for no reason. You don't deserve someone to pay for your shit. You have the responsibility to pay for it yourself. I really don't know. I mean, I get it. I know that bills were different back then. Like my mom was talking about when they bought our house that I grew up in. It's a full house, right? 4 bedrooms, two full, two half baths. It's a nice house. They got it redone a lot. It was $100,000. It's got less than a quarter acre, but it's got a decent yard. $100,000 back in 1982, and now it's probably pushing 700 grand or something. But 13% mortgage rate, but 13% on 100,000 is a lot less, right? But still, if they lost their jobs or if they got cancer, stuff like that, you know what? They took care of it themselves. I'm not a fan of the GoFundMe's. It was Easter, which is when my sister told me that my clothes are small enough to be my nephew's girlfriend. That had to be a dig. It hasn't sat well with me since she said it. That had to be purposefully diggy. But I like my body. Do you like my body? I like my body, and I don't want to. I've never worn long shorts. I'm never gonna wear long shorts. I got nice legs. Suck it. Um, yeah, I don't know. This week there hasn't been that much that's gone on in my world. I was supposed to go see my nephew's baseball game last night, but like I said, I got a migraine and I went to the rehab on Monday night, and that was good. They always talk in there. I went up there one time with this woman and she loves Jesus, which is fine. I don't care what you love. Love whatever the hell you want to. It has nothing to do with me. Like being gay, I don't care. Love whatever you want to love. So this woman, she loves Jesus. I do not. I think religion is crap. But I don't care what you believe in. But so I told the girls, I was like, people are going to come up here and tell you if you want what I have, then you'll do what I do, which I've said on the earth before. I don't prescribe to that because we don't live the same life. Like, I do not go and take the women to at the rehab to a meeting because it's a 3 hour process, and I'm the only one who takes care of three dogs. I, I'm gonna choose my dogs, right? And people with children and all the different things. Like, you can't tell me I got to live my life exactly the way you do to be sober because I'm plenty sober about myself and I don't do the things that other people do. Or you need to believe in Jesus Christ. No, no, I don't know. This is one of those things. Like, I don't know why anybody thinks anybody has to do things the way they do them, right? Like when it comes to vaccines, the government can't tell us what to do, right? They can't make us get vaccines, but then when it comes to trans children, the government can tell us that we can't. That doesn't make any sense. Just stop telling people what to do. Let them make their own decisions. This all goes back to people being stupid. I'm just tired of people being stupid. You really can't believe how many people like to argue with me, and all I say is due process. Just due process. I'm not saying keep them. I'm not saying keep the people. Just give them due process. Just prove that they deserve to leave. Prove that they deserve to leave. Prove that they are a criminal and lock them up. But you can't just deport them to a prison and everybody be like, that's okay. They're human beings. I don't know about some of you. Maybe not some of you, the 12 people that listen to this, but some of you somewhere. Man, can you hear my dog licking himself? It's a bulldog. He just, they were all so out of it yesterday. He laid on the floor like the entire day just farting. It was all he could do because I drugged him. I felt so bad. I did feel bad about it. But I was worried that she was going to jump everywhere and she's got this fucking limp and I am not going to give her surgery. And so I was just trying to drug her. Man, it is nearly the end of April. Did you know that it's been, I think, let me see, I think it's like April 22nd, right? 23rd. He's only been president for 3 months and 3 days. That's nuts. That's nuts. My buddy on softball, his cousin died 2 days ago. He overdosed. He's leaving behind two children. Um, they haven't done anything about healthcare. They did cut a whole bunch of money for I don't know, for recovery. I don't know under what context, if I'm honest about it. It's a tough bag because you can go to rehab as many times as you want and not get it, right? Like I had this sponsee at one point when I used to sponsor women, and she just celebrated a year, and I'm super happy for her. She's a very sweet girl. She's had a rough time. She's been through some really awful stuff, stuff that people shouldn't have to go through. And she celebrated last week, and I said to her, I was like, "You're stupid." Um, because she is. But I said to her, I was like, you learn very quickly. Again, like I said earlier, you can't love someone better, and so you just got to watch them. And we say in AA that when the pain gets great enough, you'll find help. And she fought to find pain enough to get better, and she did, man. She walked through some pain. And you just watch people. You watch them hurt and suffer and do it to themselves, and hope that at some point they understand what they could have. And now she's got a year and a nice boyfriend, and she's living in Virginia instead of Maryland, and I'm really proud of her. Um, but it's amazing because a very large amount of the population won't ever get it. It's crazy. I told the girls last on Monday, I was like, you're here. It's a huge opportunity. You're in the rehab and you're sober. Hopefully, I mean, they put them on maintenance meds. That's a problem. When Theo Vaughn was speaking to like Bernie Sanders and JD Vance and Trump, he one of the things I like about Theo is he just wants people to be good people. I don't know that he really understands. I don't know. I just don't. Sometimes I don't want to see the politics in people either. And he just wants people to get better, and he fucking hates big pharma, man. Because he should, because the opioid crisis is because of big pharma. But Pfizer was up on the days when he got elected, and they haven't gone after the pharmaceutical companies. And the pharmaceutical companies crazy, right? Because like the state funded, like the state will give the rehabs money and stuff. But I think one of the stipulations is they have to get them on medication, man. So you'll go into a rehab to detox off heroin and fentanyl, and they'll put you on Suboxone. And it's addictive, and the withdrawals are worse than they are for heroin and fentanyl. Or they'll put you on methadone, and methadone is not just addictive; it eats your bones, it eats your teeth. Methadone's gross. They'll put you on gabapentin, also addictive, or they'll put you on Adderall, which I mean, I know there's some side effects when you don't take it. I don't know. I don't take it often, and I don't notice the side effects, but um, that's another one. And they put you on Seroquel so you can sleep, especially if you've been on uppers, I'm assuming, and he can't sleep without it, and they just force feed these people medications, man. And I mean, I get it. You need a safe place to detox, and there's this great drug, Vivitrol, and it is, in my opinion, a preventative measure. Because if you use on that one, man, you will be sick. You will be so sick. So that is a preventative measure. But the other ones, man, they you get addicted to them and you get high. And I don't know. We're just so quick to put people on medication, and I do agree with that. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The rehabs, they make me happy and sad. You just watch people. I talked to a girl that was up there and she was saying how her last use, she was in New York doing this thing and she blacked out and she didn't know about it and it was on Patreon and she didn't know what she had done and it was on the internet. And I've been there and you think people are your friends and they're just there laughing with everybody else at you. And shit is just nuts. Shit's just nuts. I've been, I don't know. I've just been working. I'm trying to keep my house clean because the dog hair, it was so bad. My house is 800 square feet. I had to empty it 3.5 times. My vacuum the other day when I vacuumed my house, it was so, so bad. And I'm trying to sleep. It's loud in here. It was loud in here until Monday night and it got quieter. My head was really loud. Softball this weekend is going to be madness, man. As long as there's no rain, I got 2 games Friday, minimum 3 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday, 1 game Monday. I may die. Uh, when I went to the massage today, my legs hurt so much. She just started pushing on him, and I wanted to cry. I don't generally want to cry during a massage. I'm not a baby. I'm rather tough in my opinion, but holy God, I was tough. Because I was so damn tight from pretending to run 2 weekends ago, man. It's very easy to find out you're not as in shape as you wanted to be, and I hate it. Uh, yeah, man, I'm tired of stupid people. I'm tired of stupid people. I'm tired of people playing nice, nice. I'm not, like, I did that one last week where I talked about trans women and how I might offend people. Again, like 65 people watched it. I'm not going to offend anybody. Um, but I'm not going to not say, my opinion because I feel like it's going to hurt somebody's feelings. And I just, I don't like that people just lie. I don't like that people say, I'm so happy for you when they shouldn't. I don't like that people, I don't know. It's like we placate. Like, I don't want to tell you that you look great when you don't. And it's not about like being thin, it's about being fucking healthy. And, you know, I think RFK is full of shit. I think he is. I read this great thing about how he's going to remove the dyes from the food in the country, except he's not. He's going to say it, and the companies are going to say, yes, they are, but they're not ordering them to because the FDA would have to prove that they are bad, which means they would have to do investigations. But he has fired a lot of the FDA, like the ones that are supposed to be investigating milk. Hey! Oh, this country. It is idiocracy. Brondo, Scott with plants crave electrolytes, in case you're wondering. But I mean, we're an unhealthy country. We overeat, uh, we throw away food all the time. I mean, we are full of waste. And we have a lot of fat people. I watched a couple of fatties. I watched like 2 people downtown the other day when I was driving, and they were grossly obese. They were fucking fat. Uh, and all I could think was, is you're just fat. And we just settle for it too, right? Like, I do something about it. Whether you're like, oh, she cheated, she uses a GLP-1, or you're just like, also, she fucking works her ass off cleaning houses and doing manual labor. And then she also plays softball. The I don't want to be fat again. I don't want to gain back 50 fucking pounds. That sounds terrible. That sounds terrible because I'm tired and sore at 151 pounds. I don't want to be tired and sore at 200 pounds again. And we just accept that we're fat. I don't want to call people dumb things like the unhoused. I want to call them homeless because they're homeless. I don't want to call you drug dependent. I want to call you an addict because you're an addict. Or what is it? It's something like alcohol dependent or something. You're a fucking alcoholic. Shut up. We have all these nice names for things. Or like, unalive myself. That's suicide. It reminds me of Demolition Man when it's like murder, death, kill is a thing, and they have sex with the soaps. Maybe one of having sex with the soaps. I don't want to just say nice things anymore. Again, not everybody's pretty. You know why? Because if everybody was pretty, nobody would. That word ugly wouldn't exist. People are ugly. People are ugly on the inside and on the outside. There's this dude in AA, and we are not friends. We have never been friends. I had a girl show up who I'd known since I was 7. She was 20, like 2 at the time. And they started dating when she had less than 2 months of sobriety. And he was 20 years older than her and still married. Predator. Predator. He had like, I don't know, pushing a year sober or something. Predator. And I can't stand him because he's exactly what he is. He likes to look good, sound good. He wants people to think that he's all spiritual, and he's a douchebag and he's a predator. And he keeps getting fatter. And I am not sad that his outsides match his insides. Charlie Sheen. Um, Hi, Bug. Her name is Bug. I call her Ladybug. I mean, her name is Charlie Sheen. Chalupa Batman, I've started calling Stink Bug because he stinks. But yeah, I mean, sometimes outside should match insides. And he is a gross individual. And now his body's fucking gross too. He's just fat. But I'm just not going to be nice to be nice anymore. It's stupid. It's dumb. I don't like that you had the baby with the guy that beats you. I think that was a dumb decision. I'm glad you love your daughter. I'm sure she is sweet and adorable. That was a whole fucking thing. You tied yourself to a man who beat you, who will probably beat you again because he likes to hit women. You know, if I had had the baby with the guy who was in jail for fucking child porn, I mean, it wouldn't have ended well for me. You know, I just don't know why people are nice for no reason. It's just not who I am. Not anymore. Not anymore. I was a very nice girl for a very long time, and I am a nice girl. But I also have been run over by people. So now we're just going to lead with the truth. And people, in case you're wondering, I'm petting the dog because Charlie sat down. See, I'll show you. Charlie. Charlie. Hi. She likes to pretend she doesn't know me. I think she loves me. I think. Um, but yeah, in the wide world of sports, all I've been thinking about recently is that people are stupid. And I've had to call my friend Lindsay and be like, is this me or is this them? Um, like when I found out that my sister was a MAGA enthusiast. And I am just gonna, I don't know how this happens, but he appoints people and then all of a sudden, like, it's like they're all these prophets of Messiah, right? So like RFK is a twat. Come on, he's an idiot. You can like Trump all you want and know that the man is a fucking idiot. And he basically said that autistic people were ruining this country. He would, honest to God, that man and his anti vaccination policy, I'm pretty sure he'd rather them die of measles than have autism. And that is ridiculous. We need the Asperger's syndrome back. God, man. I swear if people just stopped calling themselves autistic, people would stop freaking out about the autism rate in this fucking country. Just make them Aspergery again, because they are Aspergery. So the man said that, you know, the autistic kids are ruining this fucking country. They're not going to pay taxes, blah, blah, fucking blah, blah. My nephew is autistic. My nephew is absolutely autistic, and his mother is a MAGA enthusiast. So I'm betting she likes RFK. And now you like a man who said that your child is a pox on this country. I don't mean to say you're stupid, but I'm going to say you're stupid. Because that child that you love, that man would rather not exist because they have autism. I mean, hail, hail, the gang's all here, go USA. Right? Uh, So yeah, I mean, people are dumb. This country's ridiculous. I don't know. He's been president for 3 months, so it's only like we got 3 years and 9 months left to see what happens. It's exciting. So I have been watching Schitt's Creek. It took me forever to find the documentary Best Wishes and Warmest Regards. If you haven't seen it and you love that show, watch it. It makes me cry. It makes me cry. So basically, I've been watching Schitt's Creek to just make myself cry. Uh, because it is such a feel good show. And I really, the weather's turning. And so, you know, so is my mood. And I'm getting happy and outside. And I spend as much time with my dogs as I can. All three need their yearly checkup. So fuck me and my credit card. But I'm just trying. I really am. I try to stay in the happy side of my life while paying attention to the dumpster fire that is the United States government. Um, but two things can be true at one time. And I do have a nice life in a nice town in the United States. And, uh, you know, the government is doing what government does. And it basically is lighting this country on fire. So I don't know, man. Just I don't want to fall down the depression well again, so I really try to pay attention to the good stuff. And the dogs are the good stuff. And I'm going to see Fortune Feimster with my friend Gabby in September, which I'm super excited for. And Jordan Jensen's in June. And Ari Shafir is in July. I gotta tell you, man, if you like dopamine and you like comedy, start going to shows because there is nothing in the world. And I don't get bad tickets to comedy. I can do that in a concert. Comedy, we get close because I want to be in it. I love comedy shows, and Nikes and Adidas shelters, man. That is my dopamine. Dogs, dogs. You know, it's the best part of everyday dogs. Every single day. You know, it's never stupid. Dogs. Are they sometimes a little bit obnoxious? Do I threaten to bury them in the backyard? Yeah, because they're dogs. But they are the best. And yeah, man, people are dumb. People are so dumb. People are dumb and they are cowards and they don't tell the truth because they're afraid. They're just afraid to tell the truth. Don't be afraid to tell the truth. Everybody should watch The Invention of Lying. Everybody should watch The Invention of Lying. Everybody. Not for nothing, but based on watching that movie, what a wonderful world it would be if everybody had at least some autistic markers and at least was willing to tell the truth. Crazy what that would be like. So yeah, this was a whole bunch of this is a hodgepodge. But I appreciate you guys listening and letting me talk about how I think people are stupid and I'm done playing nice. And that people are ugly. You know what? Like, people are ugly. People are fucking fat. People are poor. People are stupid. People are ignorant. People are trash. There's so much trash. People are garbage. People are garbage. They just are, right? Uh, some are good and some are fantastic. And some, despite being fat or ugly, are also amazing people. It doesn't make them bad people. It just means you can be fat and ugly and a good person. You can also be a cocksucker. And then I have nothing to say to you because you're fat or ugly and you suck. Fuck me, man. I'm not doing that. Pretty people privilege, man. There's a reason why pretty people get away with shit. It's because they're fucking pretty. I do miss having pretty models everywhere. I know that we all have different bodies, so we all want to be able to fit in all the clothes, but I do miss pretty models. I heard this woman talking on a podcast about how she had a really fat flight attendant and how awful that was because they couldn't fit down the aisle. Like, man, it's like how firefighters and cops, man, they got to pass one physical and then they just get to be fat as fuck. Who are you chasing? No one. You're fat. How are you carrying me out of the burning building? You're not. You're fat. Silly. All right, so thanks. Thanks for letting me talk about how I'm not always the nicest person, how I got opinions about people that I probably shouldn't have, but I will for the rest of my life because I was taught these words and these visuals, and I am always going to think people are ugly and fat. And sometimes when you hit on people, that whole saying, reach for the moon, because if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Sometimes you're trying for Uranus, man. Stop trying for Uranus. Out of your league. So yeah, so this is me talking shit. I appreciate you guys. Damn the man, save the empire. Don't ever forget that. Pay attention to the news, look for the truth. Because again, man, your side, my side, the truth. They're all full of shit at this point. Also, the guy, right, Garcia in Maryland, if you really want to know what he's done, MarylandCaseSearch.com. It's quite fucking easy. People talk all this shit about what that man has done. Got one charge. It was domestic violence. It was like in 2019. They were apparently going through a rough patch in their marriage. She dropped the charges. They never filed for fucking divorce. Come on. If you're going to talk about the man and how he's anything, then at least do your research. And Maryland makes it real easy to do the research. You can get creepy on anyone in this state. So, find the truth, tell the truth, keep talking about the truth because the government doesn't like any of us. Whether or not you are MAGA or whether or not you are woke left, you don't matter to them any more than I do. So, yeah, just keep finding the truth. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Enjoy the weather. Bye.